What's up, GC gang? Y'all know what it is. Today I'll be doing a story time on on our basketball season. I'm tripping. So this particular game is I think this particular game is against us against Garcia. As you know, we're Crockett Mavericks going against Garcia, right? So as the game is going on, um this is actually I think a game to get to the playoffs. I think. Um. Yeah. So as we plan, we're down. We're down bad, horribly. We had like seven. We had like 7 points. The other team. The other team had like 17 during the half. During the first half. So then we're balling. Here comes second quarter. It's like um still 17-7. Through that whole half, we didn't score no points. The only point that Garcia had scored was only a 3 pointer. So that led them to they had 17, like 20-7, if I'm correct. It was 20-7 going into halftime. Going into halftime. So then we're frustrated, mad, sweating, thirsty. And then the funny thing about it is, not to be disrespectful, but one of our players, not to be disrespectful, but he's not a starter. The thing that had got me mad is that dude, I think dude was worried about his food more than the game. Dude said that, oh, my mom got my food outside or in the stands. I'm like, bruh, you worry about food when we're down. We're down right now. You worried about food. So then coach was like, go ahead, son, whatever, I guess. And then I said to myself, dude, we're down. You worried about eating food right now? So then we go back into the court, like a good minute or 2 minutes on the clock till the half start back. I'm mad. I didn't feel like shooting no shots, no nothing. Like I just got a ball, just started dribbling. I didn't feel like shooting nothing. So then after that, as the time flows, we go back on the court. We get the ball. Valentine passed, like, Valentine was our key guy. He was like basically the key player, as though as all the starting people that we had were good. Like the only player that was on the court was me, Keenan Lewis, Valentine, Hollis. Cause as I said, half of the people that was on there had failed off. Only only one starter had failed off for there, which was I'm not finna name him, but he got off. And then we put Hollis on there. But then as we do the part, like I in the hold up, I'll be right back. Hold up. All right. As we're as we calling our play, um, he passes me the ball up the in the paint. I lay it up. We're scoring. We like we're succeeding. We're scoring points. So like then the score turns like to 9 to wait, no, yeah, 9-20 as we go. So then like um as we start playing, the game start getting intense as it kept going. We kept raising the scoreboard up and up. Um, as as then they didn't score no more. They scored no more. So then, as y'all know, we won Maverick half court. Maverick, that stops them every time. So then after that, like the scoreboard, I think like the scoreboard led up like to 35-20, and we won that game. So yeah, that was one game that was pretty intense. That was one game pretty intense. Like as I said, Valentine scored like 25. I dropped like 8. Hollis dropped like I think like 4. Lamingo dropped like the same amount as me. He dropped like 10. And then as like we had a off break, no game. So then we had Sugarland. Sugarland was the game. Sugarland was the one. That game was to get second place. That game was to get second place. Yeah. So then as that game go, they had a pretty decent team. But like I said, we came on the court dominating them. They really only had one guy, two guys. One guy curly hair, he's like almost 6 something, and another one of them, he's short, he's black, but he's fast. Like he can, he's fast with the ball. Like if he dribbling, he can go full speed. Like he like the ball not even in his hand. But like as I said, like as soon as we got in the court, we calling plays, we doing this, we doing that. We scoring up. The scoreboard was like 12-0 at the moment. So the coach calls a timeout. We still balling hard. Like basically, the coach, their coach kept calling times out, timeout, 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 and that was pretty shocking to me because I never seen a coach call those many timeouts in a row. Like I could say that was a record, a new record there. I don't even know if they have a record for most timeouts, but he called the most timeouts I ever seen. But another thing is that when we raised up the scoreboard, I ain't gonna lie, the scoreboard was like it was like at halftime it was like 30 to 15. So like we come on, we put like a little couple buckets, we put up like 8, and then we put our bench in. This is the horrible part. When our bench comes in, this is what happens. Like Sugarland had got up. Like when we got on the bench, it was like 20-35. When we got on the bench, our B team starts playing, and I guess Sugarland, some of their starters were still on there. Like a couple moments later, the scoreboard raising up, raising up. It was like it was exactly. I remember it was exactly 30-38. They scored I don't know how many points and how many minutes. When I got on the bench, it was 38 to 30, I'm guessing. So we go back on there. We go back on the court. You know how we put up points, and like this at that moment it was fourth quarter. The score was at 45-35. I'm guessing 45-35. No, we had 48. They had 35. They score. They score. They're scoring again, back to back to back. I don't know how. And like at the end of it, like near the end of it, the scoreboard was literally 50. We had 50, and they literally had 45. So like that was clearly the end of the game. And like wow, like how we always say, how do our bench let them run that many points on them? And how many seconds? I don't know. I don't know how. But that's how our season ended up. And like our record was, I'm trying to think. I think it was like, I think we only lost one game. I think we only lost one. We lost to Sartasha. Yeah, we only lost to Sartasha. So our record was like 6-1. 6-1. Yeah, we were 6-1, and our B team was one and 6. 1-6 or 1-5, I guess. And they lost to teams that never won games. And that's what got me. I don't understand how, but y'all know what it is. TGC Gang, go like, comment, subscribe. Please, please subscribe to my channel for sure, for sure. Go subscribe to TGC Gang. Make sure you join the squad. Make sure you join the fam. And as I always say, I'm having the merch coming out soon. But like always, I say, TGC Gang never stops. I'm trying to get my, my viewers up. Like I stopped on the rapping for a little bit. I'm starting to like do videos. So as you know, TGC Gang all day. You feel me?